How is Schwab helping advisors harness innovation while still keeping that human element front and center? To learn more, I'm joined by Alison Dooher of Schwab. Alison, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me.
So I always love getting to talk tech with you and getting to hear about what you're working on at Schwab. So let's start with innovations. How are innovations like automated trading and digital onboarding, unified data views, especially, helping advisors deliver more personalized and efficient advice?
Yeah, I think about it kind of data. Data is the core layer, and what we've been doing over the past several years, both operationally and how we display it to advisors, does a couple things. One allows you to take some operational friction out of your client engagements, and therefore you actually get to focus more on the engagement aspect and less on the transactional nature of it. And the second is teeing up data in a smart, consolidated, relevant way also allows advisors to really think about what they want to talk about with their clients and really focus on those important points. And so both of those areas have been a focus that we've seen some good advancement over the past couple of years.
And you actually have a recent study that's out that I want to dig into a little bit that actually said that firms are adopting hybrid tech stacks. So why do you think this hybrid approach is resonating so strongly with advisors, and how is Schwab supporting that flexibility?
Yeah, we've seen a really interesting evolution of fintech platforms and fintech kind of platform strategy amongst advisors. If you think about, 10 or 15 years ago, it was your custodial tech stack, right? That was kind of the option, and we're joined here at Impact with well over 50 different vendors just in our tech alley alone. But if you walk through the exhibit hall, fintech is alive and well in the RIA industry. And because of that, because of the breadth of choice, we actually saw a proliferation at some point of kind of a best in breed approach. So you would have point solutions for different parts of your practices. I think what advisors have found today and what is pushing them more towards a hybrid approach is that what they'd like to do is try to find something centralized that manages the core pieces of their business and maybe round out with some specialties. But by centralizing, you're actually simplifying and you're not creating necessarily the value that you might have seen in a best of breed approach. And what you are getting is a lot of time back and efficiency.
So then how is Schwab ultimately ensuring that advisors have both that stability and innovation? How do you help them strike that balance?
Yeah, we think we have to do the core things really well. We refer to it really as brilliant basics internally. And then beyond that, that's where you really earn your right into providing deeper and more valuable services for advisors. So what you'll see from us in the coming years is continuing to kind of close the gap on the operational efficiencies. There's a long tail. We are going to chase that tail. But the second piece is how do we bring things together a little bit more seamlessly and start marrying wealth and custody a little bit closer. We have a robust tool set in-house. We'll make that a little bit more interoperable. And then also we're really going to focus on our external integrations with partners.
And because we're talking tech, we have to talk about it. You know where this is headed, AI. And look, with the adoption and acceleration of AI, especially in the REA space, what role do you see Schwab having when it comes to helping firms move from really that experimental phase into more of a true integration phase?
Well, I'll tell you, so this is the fastest thing I've seen go from new to norm in an incredibly short period of time. We see 60% of advisors are actively using AI tools in their practice today, another 30% actively looking to implement some sort of AI tool within their practice. I don't know what the other 10% are doing, but it's coming for them. So first and foremost, we think there's an opportunity for us to just help get information to advisors in a more efficient way. We're internally testing that with our service professionals. And we have the opportunity next year to think about how we would externalize that directly on our platforms, but also via an API integration for third parties to pick it up and maybe integrate that content into their own models.
Well, Schwab is certainly at the forefront when it comes to this. So always great to hear what you're working on, and you always have a very clear vision, especially when it comes to the tech roadmap. So Alison, thank you so much for your insights.
Thank you so much.
wealthmanagement.com. I'm Shannon Rosic.